you get there, why coming to carry me home? Tell my friends I'm coming to carry me home.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
All right, Shalom. This is Har 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. When I say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash, Ma'amaf. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, you saw it for yourself, man. That beautiful, bright, super bright chariot. A lot of scriptures came to my mind seeing that. I remember back in 2011 watching it the night that it appeared, you know, over Jerusalem. They said over the Temple Mount. Now we know that our temple was destroyed. All right, the Lord said He was going to destroy that temple around 70 AD. So what the temple that they showed in the picture, in the video, the news clip, is really called the Tower of Antonia. All right, so it's not the real temple, but still, all in all, an angel came down over top of it for a lot of reasons. You know, one, that's the area spoken of for the Lord, an angel to appear in these last days. Also, it's areas to where Yahweh Shai walked when he was upon this earth. All right. And there's no coincidence that that chariot came down over Jerusalem. All right. So it was on the news. And I remember one clip, a blonde-haired lady from Fox News. All right. I'm not going to get the clip, but you'll probably see it if you look it up. She said, what is this, that visit that made a visitation to us? A lot of us want to know, is he back? See, they know the Lord is about to show up. They just don't know how. So far beyond all that they look for, man. All right, that chariot was so bright you couldn't even see it. It was blinding. Like I could still see it in my eyes after you turn my head. As I turned it off, the screen went off. I could still see that brightness, man. And matter of fact, let me get this real quick.
I can't describe the light emanating from this UFO. And I'm like, well, you're a technical person. Maybe you're a electro engineer. Maybe you're in the Defense Department. Like, maybe you're just, what do you mean you can't describe it? Like, explain that. And then what's constantly said with people that really appear to have these experiences is, well, the light, it was like so bright, it lit everything up. Like everything around me, like I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, is what one military person encountered on a warship. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. I'm like, what light is so bright you can't see your hand in front of your face, right? But I've heard this so many times. And then they're like, but from the object, or we'll say craft, that light didn't seem to be splashing off of like the pavement or the water or the ship deck or like, so there's this weird nature to the light itself where it's unlike a laser beam. It's unlike a halogen light. It's unlike an LED. And I've heard this over and over and over again.
All right, so yeah, you heard it yourself, man. You heard it for yourself. He said that light was so bright he couldn't see his hand in front of his face. Think about that. There's darkness out here that's so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. But it's the same thing for light. It can consume you. All right, so they can't even see their hand in front of their face. And these devils think they're going to go to war with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's war horses, war chariots, chariots of salvation, of deliverance, also known as the clouds of heaven. All right, something from another dimension. Interdimensional beings, man. Angels, spirits. So Revelation 6:1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And those four beasts are the same living creatures. That's what beast means, just living creatures. This scripture here. Those four beasts are the same angels, four angels from Ezekiel. All right. And the seals represent the prophecies and the judgments. And not every judgment or prophecy was revealed to John the Revelator. He was only given a portion of the book to understand. All right. And it was set up for these things to be revealed in these last days. So Yahushua got the full understanding. All right. So it said, and that's that lamb that it's talking about right there, the lamb. All right. The lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. So all right, that's the Father's voice. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse, man. All right. Man, that word white represents purity and also dazzling, all right, glittering, bright, pure white light, all right. And he that sat on him had a bow, so he had a laser in his hand. Those are the beams. And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer, man. All right, so that's talking about now when the Lord judges all these nations by destroying Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, America, and conquering these other nations, especially Esau. So this is about to happen. But all right, so it's talking about Yahushua showing up to put these devils in slavery and these heathens, and to deliver the elect of Israel, and to bring judgment upon 2/3. All right, and to replenish and refresh the earth, and to gain his rightful seat on the throne in the earth, under the throne of David, on the throne of David. So we read a scripture about Yahushua going forth to conquer. All right, and he's according to 2nd Ezra chapter 13, he rides upon a chariot, man, a giant mountain-looking chariot. But it's telling you how it looks. It's glowing. It's dazzling white and purity. And Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, man. All right, and that's going to happen. Yahushua is going to part the skies, man, and he's going to be sitting upon a white horse. And that word white represents dazzling, and also righteousness as well, purity. It says light itself. That's how it looks. You look at it, it's like light, man. Bright, brilliant from whiteness. That's how pure it is. And even the chariots look that way. All right, it looks so bright they would call it terrible. See, a lot of people take that scripture in Ezekiel to mean where it said the angels look terrible. They'll say that they were ugly like monsters, and that's off, man. When it says they were terrible, it's talking about like the terrible crystal. If you look at a crystal with a light shining through, it's gonna make you do this. Just like if something was to put you in terror like that, out of fear, like that, But to see a terrible crystal is bright, dazzling. You can't even open your eyes to it. So it was what? Brilliant from whiteness, dazzling, white. of the garments of angels. So the angels have these bright, white, dazzling garments, just like the elect are going to have. And of those exalted to the splendor of the heavenly state. And that's going to be the elect. All right? It's going to be glowing, shining in pure white garments, man. You know? So in verse 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, man. That horse means water horse. All right? It just means a horse, but if you understand it, it goes back to a water horse. All right? Hippos. And the hippos means a water horse. What is that? Because the chariots, they fly through the heavens. And the heavens means what? Shemayim, the waters. Making Yahushua the captain of the seas. All right? So I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. All right? So they're sitting in these chariots, or upon the chariot. The horse and his rider was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war, man. All right, so that's talking about Yahushua. He's going to show up to make war with these nations, and he's going to judge. He's going to judge the earth and make war with the nations. All right, so Revelation 19:12. His eyes were as a flame of fire. Let me go back. His eyes were as a flame of fire, man. All right, it represents the judgment. Everything he's setting his eyes on is going to be set up for destruction. He's going to be looking to burn it up. All right, in wrath. And on his head were many crowns, you know. So he's going to take all the crowns from these nations, all the rulership from the earth, just in one striking blow that he gives to these heathens. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. See, he the only one that experienced his glory. So we know him as faithful and true and righteousness. He doeth judge. But we don't know the Lord as being glorified yet. And we're going to get to know him in that way. Nobody experienced this title that he was called yet, which is what? Glorified. All right. It says what? The armies which were in heaven. So you're gonna have people like Abba Bivens, King Masha, Elder Yaikwab, a lot of sisters and men that have passed in this truth. They're gonna be returning with Yahushua and the angels. It says what? And the armies which were, all right, in heaven. See, they're gonna what? They're gonna follow him upon the white horses. So they're gonna have their chariots too, just like in Ezekiel. That's what, if you read Ezekiel chapter 1, that was a vision that Ezekiel saw of the heavenly Father sitting upon the earth, the firmament, and Yahushua meeting up with the other angels, the archangels. All right. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. So the angels have these bright white, dazzling looking chariots, man. The light is so bright it's blinding. It makes so you can't see your hand in front of your face. All right, so they following the Lord upon these white horses. So we're going to see him. Clothed in what? Fine linen, white and clean. Because they're going to be set up for the righteous judgment. There's another scripture say they got on gold, and you know. But this John said they're gonna have them pure white. You know. So it says, and out of his mouth goeth his sharp swords, that's out of the chariot, and that beam, that sickle, out of his hand as well. That with it he should smite the nations. So he's gonna judge the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron and tread the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of Yahweh. So that's what these chariots are set up for. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And it says what? To appease, basically, tread the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Yahweh Almighty. All right, so they're showing up to bring the Father's judgment to the earth. The Lord say, what? He gonna rule them with a rod of iron. Okay, so these chariots gonna be doing the zapping as well, zapping people. Things in Wisdom of Solomon, where it says the right aiming thunderbolts shall go forth from the clouds as from a well-drawn bow. Gonna be zapping like War of the Worlds. All right, he said what? It's gonna look like a flock of birds, man. You got a lot of cats out here. They be looking at the seagulls way high up in the sky, and they be crying and thanking the Lord. There's nothing but birds, man. You gotta chill with that, yo. You know, do your research and check it out before you start praising it and mess around and be a planet or a bird, a flock of birds. All right, it says what? Isaiah 31:5. As birds flying. That doesn't mean they're gonna be all over the place. No, that means they're gonna be in formation, following behind that one, Yahushua, as I just read a minute ago. That V formation, Yahushua gonna be in the front. All right. As birds flying, so will Yahweh, of the Lord of hosts, defend Jerusalem, man. So he's gonna defend us with his chariots. He's telling you that according to Psalms 91. All right, and Jerusalem represents the city of peace, and that's the elect, the city of righteousness. So defending also, he will deliver it. See, they're gonna be burning stuff up, destroying shit, judging the earth, judging these nations, at the same time delivering the elect. And passing over, he will preserve it, man. That's it's gonna be the second Passover. All right, yeah, because it was bright white chariots, man. That's how they look. They're beautiful, blinding when they get up close. And the Lord said the elect are going to be inside of that. That's how pure we're going to feel, man. That fuzzy white light, like lead lights, man. You know, Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the Son of Man, the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. This is about to happen. All right. And they shall see what? They shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, not projecting his face on the clouds. No. All right. What it says is he's gonna what? Every eye shall see him. And he shall see he coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him. All right. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, man. Whew. So he's not coming back to be put on that cross again. All right. And he shall send his, what? He's going to send those same angels with these beautiful, bright white chariots, or whatever color they are, close, but you know. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. That goes with Revelation 7 to seal the elect. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So that's who's going to gather the elect and take them to the chariots. All right. So the angels, according to Psalms 91, they're going to be given charge over you, like Secret Service, to watch over you like a president. All right. So, that's right, man. So that's what these chariots represent. All right. And it was just striking to me to know about these, to see how bright that light was, and then to hear the story of this guy Jeremy Corbell, and he was saying how bright the lights were, where you can't even see your hand in front of your face. All right, 1 Corinthians 15:50, because to get inside those chariots, we got to lose these bodies, man. It says this, 1 Corinthians 15:50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither do a corruption inherit incorruption, man. So these bodies would die if we would enter those chariots or go near it too close, or go too high up in the air. Once you get too high to Mount Everest or these mountains, the body starts to die. All right, so it's impossible. You see how Esau trying to reach the heavens, but the elect are going to touch the sky like skyscrapers. So he said, what? Flesh and blood will not inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. They're going to be judged, but the elect are going to be changed in the twinkling of the eye. All right, I'm going to read it. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. See, some of the elect are asleep, and their spirit is in the spirit realm, and they're going to be changed first. But we shall be changed also. The elect that are upon the earth are going to be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. So as quick as you can blink your eye, the body, it says in a jerk, it's going to be like quick. At the last trump, when the missiles get shot off, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, man. So the elect are going to, in the heavens, going to be raised up first. All right? And the elect upon earth shall be changed upon earth, man. So, and they're going to be able to inherit and be inside these chariots. Let me get this. This is Psalms 126 and 1. When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dreamed, man. It's going to be like a dream. Just like when Peter, when he was delivered out of the prison by the angel, he thought it was a dream till he got far away from the prison. He realized it wasn't. And the angel was gone. He looked over, you know. But he realized he wasn't dreaming. Well, in the same way, it's going to be like a dream in that day. We've been waiting for it for so long. We're going to be living in it. You know, the destruction going to be happening. The elect going to be taken care of by the angels. It's going to be like a dream. All right? Meaning what? What happens in your dream? Sci-fi, special effects. You know, spiritual power. You know, all these things happen while you're dreaming or imagination. Well, the Lord said in that day, it's going to be like imagination, man. Signs and wonders. Psalms 126 and 1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, which he said he's going to do right before our eyes. He's going to turn back our captivity before our eyes. We were like them that dreamed. Then was our mouth filled with laughter. So you're going to realize you're going to be inside the chariot, be changed already. Like, you know, like quick. And your mouth is gonna be filled with laughter, man. Meaning he's gonna fill your mouth with laughter. That's a prophecy. That he's gonna fill you with laughter. Think about that. Think about it. We're gonna be laughing, filled with it. And our tongue with singing, man. So he's gonna give us the words to sing, and we're gonna be full of praise, man, singing to the Lord. And that word singing just means to cry out. We're gonna be crying out to the Lord, thanking him. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh have done great things for them. That's what the elite's gonna say. You know, when they hide in their bunkers, and these elites around the world, and these heathens, they're gonna say that. But right here in America, they're gonna be destroyed. All right. Now it's Isaiah 26 and 20. Actually, let me get this in the lexicon. All right, so here we go. It says here, 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers." All right, that's the elect. He's gonna say, "Come up hither," and also that goes to Revelation 11. Say we're gonna hear a voice from the heavens that says, "Come up hither." All right, right in the midst of those missiles. Hitting and exploding. He says, what? Enter thou into thy chambers. He said, right. Enter into the blessing which was prepared for you, the kingdom, from the foundations of the world. All right. It says, what? Enter thou into thy chambers. And I'm going to do a lesson on that as well. Because the chambers, it really represents like a parlor. I'm going to show you a picture of that. I'm going to read it first. It says, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee, man. So the Lord going to seal up the doors like during Noah and the flood. and nobody can get in. Nobody can get out, and nobody can get in. It says, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. All right, it's going to be a little moment compared to eternity. And we're taken up into the chariots for a little moment and then brought back down to the earth. And that's why you saw New Jerusalem coming down from the Father. All right. So it says what? Chambers. Let's get it. All right. An apartment. So it's something that sets you apart from the people. That's going to be like an apartment in the sky, that hilled up apartment in the sky, moving on up. All right. A chamber, a room, a parlor, innermost or inward part within. So within these chariots, man, parlor. Let's get that. All right, this represents a parlor. Look at that. Can you imagine that? You get inside the chariot, and it ain't gonna look like that. It's gonna look way better. All right, these are parlors. All right, basically places with a meeting place, you know. There's gonna be a celebration. These are parlors, man. Okay. So, you know, a place to talk, a place to laugh. We're gonna be looking down at the destruction through the floor. And you might see loved ones inside those chariots. You might see your family or your children or your new wives. Who knows, man? What we may see in those chariots. All right, so these dazzling bright white chariots are set up for our deliverance and the destruction of these heathens. There's the curse that goeth across the face of the whole earth, but it's also a blessing, salvation to the elect of Israel, an apartment, okay? Usually literal, so it comes like an apartment. And we're gonna get our mansions too. So you're gonna have mansions, which are planets. So you're thinking on the level like a god, not the average human. We're gonna have planets, which is our mansions, and we're gonna have apartments, which is our chariots, to be able to travel out in the universe with, in space, different galaxies. It says here, verse 21, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place, say out of heaven, to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain, man. All right, so it's basically all their sins and wickedness. They ain't gonna be able to hide it. All right, because the same chariots, if not more, that delivered the elect out of Egypt from the Pharaoh, called clouds of heaven, cloud by day, fire by night, are the same ones that's going to deliver the elect today. All right, because scriptures say that. I'm gonna get that. All right, Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, man. So that's how many chariots were around during the deliverance from Egypt. Even thousands of angels, man. And it only take one angel to destroy the earth or the planet. All right, with thousands of angels. The Lord, what Yahweh Shai, is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. All right. So it was thousands of angels that took part in this with Yahweh Shai. Exodus 14 and 20. But check this out. That bright light that Jeremy Corbell was talking about. It was so bright they couldn't see the Navy. The Navy couldn't see their hand in front of their face. Exodus 14 and 20. And it came to pass, oh, here you go, I'm going to go right here. 18. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots and upon his horses, man. So the Lord destroyed the Pharaoh and his army in the Red Sea, all right, in the depths of the sea. And now it says here, the Lord got honor due to that. Just like he raised up Esau, he's going to get honor again around the whole earth this time. All All right, because Esau rules the whole world. So the Lord raised up Esau so the Lord can destroy him and get honor around the whole world. And the angel of Yahweh, see, the angel, one of those angels, which went before the camp of Israel. All right, and most likely Yahweh was in that chariot, probably. All right, because it says what? He went before us. When we were being led out of Egypt, the chariot would go before us, all right? Or behind us. It would be behind us or before us or over us, all right? And it removed and went behind them. So it was watching before us, leading us. We would follow it, and when it would stop, and we would stop and rest there like sheep. It would be a light to us so bright that no man would bump into each other, and you could see the hairs upon each other. Head. That's how bright it was when we was led through the wilderness. Just like now, we're being led through this wilderness, and it's so bright in the truth. You know, we're able to see and not stumble. All right. So this chariot went from in front of us and went behind us now. You know, to go deal with the Pharaoh that was running behind us, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. All right, man, these chariots, man, like Star Wars. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other at all the night. All right, nobody bumped into each other, anything. It was so bright to us, but it became darkness to them. All right, so it said the angel was inside these chariots. And imagine that, you can be inside the chariot one day, you're going to be in the parlor, inside the chariot, looking down at the destruction, realizing you've been delivered. And you're going to see angels in there, you know. And these angels are going to take the elect to Yahweh, to the big chariot. And we're going to be with the Lord forever. Ezekiel 1:4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north. I'm going to start from the top. Ezekiel 1:1. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month. All right, I think the 30th year would be 30 years after 622 BC, which was the last Passover with Josiah. King Josiah of Judah threw the last Passover in Israel in 622 BC. He ruled from 641 all the way to 609. Then Jeroboam took over. All right, so this talking about 30th year, meaning after the last Passover, when we were taken down and taken into Babylon. All right, so in the 4th month, which would be around the Passover, the 4th month. In the 5th day of the month, all right, so, you know, so it'll be really around springtime, I'll say that. And I was among the captives by the river Kibar. So he was among all the captives by that river Kibar. This is talking about Ezekiel. That the heavens were open and I saw visions of Yahweh. Same thing as John the Revelator was saying. And in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of Jehoiakim's captivity, which was basically 592 BC. All right. I think he went in captivity at 597. So now let's keep going, verse 3. The word of Yahweh came expressly unto Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzai, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Kibar. And the hand of Yahweh was there upon him, man, showing him visions, dealing with him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north. So he looked, and it looked like chaos or a whirlwind coming out of the north, all right? Basically a chariot. Some people say towards the north, some people just say the north, meaning looking up, all right? A great cloud and fire enfolding itself, man. So it's a giant chariot, man. It looked like a cloud and fire enfolding itself, meaning it was moving forward, burning up the elements. And a brightness was about it. Whoo, that's that brightness, the dazzling white. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber. So the color of the chariot really looks like amber. All right, but the purity of it, and the glow, bright white, man. Especially with these eyes that we see out of, you know, we're three-dimensional beings. We see in two dimensions, you know. But anyway, because really, if the Lord doesn't open our eyes to see it, all we will really see is a ball or a circle in this dimension. You wouldn't be able to see it as it really is unless the Lord opens our eyes to see so. So it says what? Out of the midst of the fire. So the fire by night, cloud by day. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. That goes with the 4 beasts. The 4 living creatures. That's what beast means, living creatures. And this was their appearance, period, man. They had the likeness of a man. All right, so it's letting you know their appearance, man. So they got a period at the end. They had the likeness of a man, period. All right. All right, and it talks about the angels. Check this out. Their brightness of their garments, as it reads in Revelations. I think it was chapter 9. Matthew's Ezekiel 1 and 13. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, man. If you look at a coal of fire, it's like hot or glowing. All right, and they look like spirits. And like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures. So you could picture friction or lightning just going up, glittering, you know, dazzling. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, man. All right, so bright. Bright, man. Just like that chariot. All right, and it's talking about the actual angels. It says, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. So they stand in front of you, maybe overhead, then overhead, and right in front of you again. You know, that's how they're moving around. So I'm gonna keep going. All right, so Revelations 10 and 1. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, gonna send his holy angels. It says, clothed with a cloud. What does that mean? The angel gonna come down and be inside these chariots. So that's what's inside of them. They're not just operating on their own. They got the power of the Lord. Yeah, that's the power of the Most High that we're seeing. That bright, beautiful light, and you know, and the propellers, which represents what helps it move around, and that's the power of the Lord, His hand. All right. And I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven, clothed with a cloud. Man, see me, he was inside the chariot. And a rainbow was upon his head. It looked like a rainbow, you know, dazzling in color. And his face, as it were, the sun. So you look at the chariot, it was bright as the sun. You know, the sun looks orange or whatever, red to us on this earth because of the firmament. But if you go out into space, if it was on the moon, the sun would look like bright, pure white light. All right, if you stand in your house and you sit on the glass of water on the table to create a prism and let white light shine right through it, it'll create a rainbow right on your table. All right, which is called the spectrum. So the same thing with these chariots. They're beautiful, bright, white chariots, man. All right, and that light is like brighter than white. And his feet as the pillars of fire, so they had a hard floor. It looked like fire, it looked like light. That's why it said what? Cloud by day, fire by night, which means the lights of it, but it's not like a LED light or something like that. It's like energy. Well, he said it has a nature to it. Whew. All right. Verse 2. And he had in his hand a little book open, right? Because John was only given to understand portions of the message, the prophecies and the seals. All right. And he was set up to understand and teach in the future. And he had in his hand a little book open. And he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot on the earth. And that's not physical, that's not literal, like he's gonna be standing there in some sandals, right foot on the sea and right foot on the earth. No. It's talking about Yahushua showing up in his chariot according to 2nd Ezra, I think it's 13. And he's gonna judge the uproars of the nations. All right. And on the earth, he's gonna judge the world. All right, so he's gonna bring judgment upon the world and harsh judgment upon these nations and their uproars and their imaginations. So he's gonna bring judgment to the world for their iniquity. So that's what it means, the earth and the sea, representing the people. All right, so, okay, I'm gonna end it here. Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, the secret place of these scriptures and the truth, the secret place, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So he'll be covered under all Yahweh's protection. All right. And I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, not America, and nothing else we can trust in, man, besides Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. He says his name is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and are safe. My God, in him will I trust. Right, that's our power. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. So surely, it's a sure thing. Yahweh's going to send Yahweh to deliver. Yahweh means what? He deliverer. To deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, which means the trap. That's the definition of salvation. To remove out of the way of a danger or a trap that's being set for you by someone else or something. All right. And from the noisome pestilence, man. All right. The noisome pestilence ultimately represents the missiles, martial law, all the destruction. All right. And he shall cover thee with his feathers. Okay, the feathers represent his actual angels. He's going to give charge to the angels. He's going to say, protect this person, protect that person. Go get this elect, go get him. And under his wings shalt thou trust. So those angels are going to get into those chariots, come here from the heavens, and we're going to trust under those chariots, man. Just like we did in Egypt, coming out of Egypt. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, man. That's going to be our confidence in that day. This truth. All right, and doing the work. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, man. So you ain't gonna be afraid of the martial law, the destruction, it says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. What's that? All these disease warfare they're doing right now. All right, or the things the unseen, snares that they got out here. Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh to thee. See, the elect, as they're going up to the chariots, getting delivered, they're going to see everybody getting destroyed. There's going to be thousands. The slain of the Lord shall be many. Only with thine eyes shalt thou see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee. See that? These angels, man, they ain't gonna be just having their eyes on the earth and on the sinful kingdom. They're actually gonna be put into action to destroy and to deliver. That's called divine intervention. Better to say Yahweh's intervention. to keep thee in all thy ways, man. So, ain't no need for doomsday prepping, because the Lord said the angels are going to keep you in all your ways. You get hungry, they're going to have to keep you from death, because the Lord's going to say, don't let them die. And the angels are going to make sure, of that. Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, man. You imagine that? Somebody say, oh, I'm coming to get you, but they're like, I'm going to grab you in my arms. Like, I'm going to hold you. I'm going to make sure I get you. I got you. I got you. You're safe. You know what I mean? They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So you're going to trust in these chariots that you don't fall. You're getting taken up to the chariot, beamed up. You're going to trust that you're not going to fall and hit the ground, That's right, man. He said, what? Because he has said it, thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder. That means they're young warriors and their navy. It'll be the army, the navy, the land and sea. All right, the young lion, which represents the suburbs, all their families and shit, and the dragon. All right, or the adder represent already religious leaders, and the dragon represent the navies. All right, so earth and sea, and thou shalt trample them under feet, man. So they're gonna be brought under us, because he have set his love upon me. So you're gonna be taken up into the chariot, but not only that, the Lord gonna use you in the future as a hunter. He's gonna send for many hunters. He's gonna send the chariots out to go get the hunters. But first he sent for fishers through the Spirit, and next he's gonna send out his angels to gather the hunters. And the Lord said the elect are gonna hunt them from every hill and every mountain, from every government and every nation, and to gather them together for the judgments that's gonna be put on them. And he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. All right, so the Lord gonna hear you in that day, and I will be with him in the trouble, time of Jacob's trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. So he's gonna deliver you from it and give you honor and a crown for the work and your belief. All right, with long life will I satisfy him. So you're gonna be satisfied with eternity and bliss and in paradise and in righteousness. And he's gonna show him us his salvation. All right, so hey, man. Yep. So he's gonna rise with healing in his wings. Look how bright that is. Imagine that, judgment day coming, destruction, and you see this show up. That's what's gonna happen. Say, look up, because your salvation draweth nigh.